This is the Renault Clio iMusic. I'm James, and you're watching Motorthoughts. Now, you're probably thinking, what's the point in watching this video? It's a Renault Clio. It's not a supercar. I'm not interested. Well, let me tell you this. Second hand, you can get these from anywhere from £900 to about £2,000. £900, you could get an iPhone. Or you could get this, an iMusic. It looks a bit outdated, but it wants to be your friend. Look at it. It's really, it's just, yeah. So, let's do a review. This is the perfect car for a first driver. It's an insurance group 9, which means it's pretty cheap. It's a 1.2 litre engine, 75 horsepower. You're gonna find it very tricky to write this off pretty much. It does about 48 miles to the gallon. On a full tank, it can do 580 miles, which if you're driving from London, you could get to Glasgow, which is pretty impressive. It doesn't feel that outdated, really, bearing in mind it's 8 years old now, which is quite a bit. The sound deadening's pretty good in the streets, in the normal towns. It feels quiet in here and refined. The engine at low revs isn't too rarey or loud. It sounds good. If you give it some, it does sound pretty good. It doesn't have a turbocharger or anything. It's just a normally aspirated 1.2 litre engine, 75 horsepower, 0 to 60, about 13 seconds. It does 135 grams of CO2 per kilometre, something like that. So it's not an SUV. It's not going to destroy the planet, but hey. It's not an electric car either. The visibility in it is pretty good, which is why it's perfect for a first driver. The turning circle's great, it's easy to park, you can see where things are, and it's a small car, so it's easy for this guy to get past in this little Surrey country lane. So, it's just a Renault Clio, isn't it? It's just a regular Renault Clio. No, it's an iMusic. Look at that. This one's got some alloy wheels, which are pretty cool. Very sturdy, but as you can see, lots and lots of spokes. To actually clean it is a bit of a headache. This is in white. It's very dirty, but yeah, it's a cheaper colour to get. At the front, I just love the look of the Clio from the front. Look at it. Look how cute it looks. It's very elegant, very simple. The mirror's nice and big. Look, compared to my hand, which isn't massive, they're pretty big. You can see a lot out of them. Handy line, in case you don't know what these are for, they're for lining up on the motorway. As you can tell, this is a 3-door variant of the iMusic, but you can get in and out very, very easily. Plenty of headroom. As you can see here, I'm just under 6 foot, so yes, that manages. And yes, very comfy in the back. The gearbox is not the friendliest. It works, it selects gears, but occasionally first and third gear recently, it hasn't wanted to get into gear sometimes, and which has made it quite stressful and awkward. Yes. First gear in general was really, really short. It doesn't want to go much faster after 3,000 revs. It's had its peak. If you've got 5 people in the car and you've got luggage and you're going up a hill, the first gear, it needs to be that length really, because otherwise this car wouldn't go anywhere. Occasionally the gears can be a bit sticky. This is an 8-year-old car now. We've done 60,000 miles. So you know, it's going to be a bit trickier to drive. The clutch is very friendly, nice and soft. To be extra handy and friendly to a first drive, it's got a little graphic to tell you when to change gear, like a lot of cars do these days, but not all cars from this generation or this era in 2012 did. With the boot open, you can get into the boot. Inside the boot, there's a lot of crap in there at the moment, but it can hold 288 litres of storage, which is about 3.5 baths, average size baths, which is pretty good. With the seats down, you can even fit in like a full drum kit, some guitar amp, enough for like a 5-piece band, which is pretty good. Pretty good really for a little car like this. Yeah. To open the hood, it's on the left. Got a little trigger there. Let's put you down. I mean, nothing glamorous. Look at all the space in there. If you're gonna have a crash, I think you're gonna be alright in this car. Windscreen wash, oil, battery, all very simple and straightforward. One thing to mention with the Clio, like a lot of modern cars these days, to replace the headlights, if one of your bulbs goes, you're going to have to take it to a garage pretty much, because there's no real way of actually getting in there, as you can see, and changing the bulb, which is a very cunning way to get some more money off you, really. And the glove box, so it goes fairly deep. You can store lots of maps, not that you'll need them anymore, but some sunglasses, bits and bobs. You've got a nice little tray here, so you can put an aux, or this car has Bluetooth, so you can use the Bluetooth. Ooh. That's all I can play because of copyright. Anyway, you've got a little holder here, and that can fit, well, this is the problem actually, you can't really fit anything in there. So look, that's just gonna fall over and splash on your feet. It does take medium-sized sort of coffee cups, and you can put some face masks, some tissues. There's a little, here we go, little cigarette lighter where you can put a 12-volt charger. So you've got 2 USBs, that's pretty handy. Surface here, it's I mean, £900 for a second-hand car. Like, it's not going to be amazing, is it? But it's pretty good. I think on the trim, it's not exactly the highest quality, as you can see here. Look, what is that? What is it? It's a bit messy. You've got some more cubby holes in the back, but look, you can't put anything in there. Well, you can put that. I mean, that does go in there, but they're not very big. So look, I've got a place for my phone, got a little holder there, that works well, and that sticks on really nicely to that surface there. You could put one, put your phone up there. Obviously I don't like to, but anyway, all the controls here, very self-explanatory, intuitive, you could say. The heating is great. I mean, it does what it does, and there's aircon, there's for the rear window, so you can pick up calls nice and easy. As I said, look, you can see really well out of the rear. You can see really well out of the side mirrors. Rear view mirror is great, and as most cars, you got with switch for night time, so you don't get blinded. It's a very floaty car. It glides over speed bumps very well. They're not a problem. It's not a sporty car by any means, but you can have fun in this, and on some country lanes like this, it can be a lot of fun. Whoa. And let's slow down for this guy. Now, obviously you wouldn't be able to feel it, but it has ABS, which in an autumnal on an autumnal day like this, ABS with leaves and leaves and crap and water on the road, it can be very easy to slide. So ABS, in case you didn't know, it pumps the brakes to stop them locking, to stop you skidding off and going into something. It also has traction control, so it'll stop the wheels spinning if you give it a bit too much. Yet, even with a 1.2, the wheels can spin somehow. I don't know. This is a very bumpy road. A very wet, bumpy road. But it feels playful. And it feels like it just wants to go. Yeah! Ow! Well, I hope you found this useful. £900, you know, it's a bargain really. So if you are thinking about getting a second-hand car and you know, you want Bluetooth, you want alloy wheels, you want ABS, traction control, you want something that's practical but not ridiculously big, something with good visibility. 2012 Renault Clio iMusic, it's your car. I've been James, you've been watching Motorthoughts. Stay tuned, guys.